Hey, Travis kiddos, math time again. So let's go over, review some math skills, and then we'll get into the workbook pages for today. I want to review some shapes first. So I'm going to tell you some attributes of the shape, see if you can guess what shape it is. So my first shape has 6 flat faces, 6 square faces. It is a solid shape. It can stack, it can slide, but it cannot roll. Do you know my shape? It's cube. It can stack top and bottom. It can slide because it has a flat surface, 6 of them, 6 square surfaces. It's solid, 3-dimensional, okay? And it can't roll. We roll it like dice, but it doesn't roll smoothly. Okay, my next shape has 2 circular faces or 2 circle faces. It can roll, it can stack, and it can slide. It's also 3-dimensional or solid. Do you know my shape? It's a cylinder. So a cylinder has 2 flat circular faces, 2 circle faces, and it can roll, it can stack top and bottom, and it can slide on those flat faces. So it doesn't matter if it's a shorter and fatter one or a taller, skinnier one. Either way, they are cylinders. I'm going to do one more. So my shape has no corners, no sides. It is flat. What's my shape? It's a circle. So a circle, mine is kind of oval there, not perfect circle, but a circle has no straight sides, no corners. It's flat, it's closed. It's a 2-dimensional shape. So there's some shapes. You can talk about some more shapes at home. We'll do some more throughout the next week or so, reviewing them. I also want to do a number of the day. So we do these a lot in class, so I'm going to pick a number, and you guys are going to think of every way that you could show that number. Okay? So today's number of the day is going to be 43. So this is the numeral. You could write it using the numeral. How else could you show it? Let me give you a second to think about it and start working. Okay, so some of the things that you guys typically show me in the classroom, and maybe you'll come up with even more creative ways today, is often you'll write the word. So, 43. Okay, 43. You could show me sticks and dots. 4 sticks for tens, and 3 circles for ones or dots, so 43. You could split it up into tens and ones. So you could do 40, our tens, plus 3, the ones, equals 43. You could split it up like that in a number bond. So 43, 40, and 3. You could do different addition sentences and subtraction sentences. You could draw 43 dots. You could do 43 tally marks. You could do 43 squares. You could do a different number bond like this. Get creative. Think of some other ways that you could show 43 and write them all down. Or I don't know if you guys have whiteboards at home. You could always do it there. Or just write it down on some paper. Okay. Next, I want to get into what we're doing in our math practice book today. So today we are doing pages 83. We're putting it on our thinking cap. 83, 84, 85, and 86. Woo. 86. So first things first, put on your thinking cap. Put it on, make sure it's nice and snug, snap it into place, tie it around your neck. Do whatever else you need to do, and last but certainly not least, turn it on. Boo-doo-doo-doo. So we always turn on our thinking cap to make sure it's working. Hopefully your batteries are charged. So today our first thing is filling in the circle or the triangle of circles with numbers so that each side makes up the number 8. So they have some numbers already in there. So we've done these before, but we've had specific numbers we've had to use. We don't have that restriction today. So you get to think of some ways, some numbers to put in there. And you'll find if there's more than one solution or not. But let me give you some tips for how to get started, okay? You could guess and check. So you could guess and put some numbers in and then check and see if it's correct. Or you can think about, one strategy a student used was thinking about all the combinations that make 8. Okay, so 3 numbers that would make 8 together. So if you had 2 and 2, you have 4. So what else would you need to make 8? 2, 2, and 4. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So you could put in 2, 2, and 4. Obviously that's not going to work here because we have 1, 3, and 5 in those spots. But I wanted to give you an example of what you could do to make 8. 8, 0, and 0. 7, 1, and 0. So there's a 1 here, but there's also a 3 here. So we couldn't do 7, 1, and 0 here. But think about this. So we have 1 and 3. So 1 and 3, add those together. You get 4. So think about what would be missing here to get to 8. So all 3 of these numbers added up make 8. Okay, then all 3 of these numbers added up make 8. And all 3 of these numbers added up make 8. I know you guys can do this. We've done it before, and I know you can do it again. You can figure out what goes in those spots. The second one is the same numbers are in there, but you have to make 10. So it's not going to be exactly the same, but you can use the same process. Or maybe you figured this one out one way and you want to try a different strategy for the bottom. I'm not going to give you the answers. I think you guys can do this. Maybe I'll go back over it tomorrow, and if you guys are having trouble with it, we can go back over it, okay? Here, we've done some of these before where a ball goes in with a number, something happens, and something else comes out. But this time, there's 2 steps to it. So for the first one, number 3 here on page 84, the number 9 goes in, something gets added to it, something gets subtracted from it, and out comes 27. So in goes 9, add something, subtract something, end up with 27. You guys have, it's all completely open. You have no restrictions on this one. So you can come up with 1 set of numbers. You can come up with a second set of numbers. You can be super clever and find 3 sets of numbers. So there are many, I wouldn't say infinite, but you probably could find dozens of different combinations to figure this out. So try to find more than one way if you can. Always finding multiple solutions, right? Getting that brain really working. Our thinking cap's on, so we can do it. Same thing over here, but they've changed the numbers. So Luis is placing a different ball into the number machine. In goes 15, something gets added, something gets subtracted, and 7 comes out. Okay? So work that out for yourself. Find multiple solutions. See what you can come up with. On the back, or the last page for the thinking cap, page 86, Dawn, Jamal, and Nate go to an amusement park. They buy tokens when they go, they go for rides. Which rides do they take? So in the little picture, you can see how much each ride costs. So the roller coaster costs 10 tokens, bumper cars are 7 tokens, flying elephants are 6 tokens, merry-go-rounds are 5 tokens. So Dawn uses 15 tokens to go on 2 different rides. So with her 15 tokens, which 2 rides could she go on? Now it's exactly 15 tokens, okay? See what you could figure out. Then Jamal uses 12 tokens to go on 2 different rides. 2 different rides. Think about that. He isn't going on the same ride twice. So 2 different rides. And Nate uses 21 tokens to go on 3 different rides. So see what you can come up with. Circle the answers there. And we'll go over the triangle of circles tomorrow. And if you guys find multiple ways and tell me for which numbers you put into the number machines for the balls to change, we can talk about those too. So let me know if you find lots of solutions. That would be great. I know you guys can do this. You're awesome. You got it. Have fun. Happy learning.